Hey everyone, welcome into the channel. It's Karen Lavenderclothesline. If you're new here, I'm a full-time eBay reseller. I also create content here on YouTube to share with you what I'm buying and selling in thrift stores and flea markets and auction houses and yard sales. Anywhere where I can shop to find things to flip for a profit. So you can always follow me on Instagram under Lavenderclothesline, and that's usually where I report back on what kind of items I'm finding in the wild and what kind of prices those items are bringing. All right, recently, a couple of days ago, I received a very flattering email. It was eBay asking if I would like to be a speaker at eBay Open 2024, that they would fly me out to California and just film a little bit about my experience and ask me to do a little bit of a sharing on how I organize my inventory, which I don't know if I'm going to do that. I probably won't, but very flattered that they asked me. Thank you, eBay, for the invitation. I'm not quite sure what the dates are this year. I would be filming in August, I think they said. They would fly me out for about a week and put me up in a hotel and everything. All right, so that was pretty exciting here at Lavender Clothesline. I'll get back to you if I'm going to do that. Of course, I'd want to meet everybody that is going to eBay Open if it's a live situation. Sometimes they just do virtual. I'm not quite sure what's happening this year. All right, but today is Tuesday. It is $2 Tuesday. We're going to hit Goodwill. This is the Goodwill Route 30. And what else is going on? I got to go to the butcher and get some meat, which has nothing to do with anything real life. And I have to get my eye exam today, my yearly eye exam. So much excitement around here. All right, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get in the car. Let's go see what we can find to flip for a profit on eBay. Let me start this video by saying I'm not exactly sure what is going on, but the store is packed and the shelves are packed. Okay, is this Princess House? There's the title of my video. Is this Princess House? I'm gonna put a few of these in my cart. You guys know, I still don't know glass. I'll never know glass. Which one shall we pick? I'm gonna take this one and this one. I think the regular shaped ones, what I call the column candlestick holders, are not really worth anything. And the ones I put in my cart are probably just glass, but I thought this shape was really interesting. So I'm gonna have to Google image these, and I think this might be Princess House. I don't know. All right, we're just gonna have a fun time today. We're just gonna look at what's on the shelves and see what we can find. Like I said, a ton of people were lined up when I got here this morning, and I got here quite early, before the doors opened. All right, this is made in China. I almost like that. It's got a little bit of schmutz on the bottom. That's interesting. All right, today is $2 Tuesday. It is blue tag, so I have to remember that. Oh, we always love these. Gold wood drapery rings. Now the wood ones do well too, the dark better than the light in my experience, but we do love the gold ones. $1.99, that's a good deal. I should be able to pull, I'm gonna say $12 out of this. So putting those in the cart. I can't believe the amount of people that just rushed in the door. It was really like you had to be really careful not to get knocked into. It was crazy. All right, I've sold these bookends before. Unfortunately, this onyx is cracked right here and here. So we'll leave those behind. These don't bring a lot unless they're really big. All right, gonna give you all my thoughts today. It's a little scary. I do like this dish. It almost looks like a handkerchief. It's kind of pretty. All right, right now my cart is packed with items to go to the booth. I'm not sure if you guys wanna see going to the booth. All right, I'm leaving those, right? Sarah Fisher. Okay, Sarah, why'd you give your cats up? I have never seen these before. I don't know if they're newer. They have the appearance of being newer. $3.99. The felt on the back is newer, and it's a paper felt, what I call a paper felt, meaning it's not really a piece of cloth. That would be $8. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait on that. I don't think the quality is there. All right, the artwork is now on this aisle, a little more organized than it is, so that is good to see. I go around this person. Do we see anything up here? I don't see any original artwork. You guys really seem to like the lovebirds little miniature painting that I picked up. That is on auction right now. And I don't remember what I started the auction at, but I think that is up to $80, which just blows my mind. Now, in everybody's defense, it is adorable. It is a hand-done, I believe it's oil, if my memory serves me correct. I don't have the listing in front of me. And it's two lovebirds sitting on a branch, super romantic, and really glad to see that a couple of you are very interested in it. Let's go around. So most of the shoppers that came in the door, good morning.
Good morning.
Most of the shoppers that came in the door went right to clothing. A lot of big clothing resellers, and they send bulk out of the country. So that is just their business model. They buy bulk and they send it to, I think it's Haiti. All right, $2.99. This is a raw pocket basket. Does have a little bit of damage right here. And it's off kilter. It looks like it was crushed. I'm gonna leave this one. I do like my baskets to be in very good shape, unless, there's always a caveat, right? Unless it's something really rare and special. All right, we're gonna leave that. Not seeing anything yet. Oh, chickens. Do we love a good chicken? Yes, we do. $2.99. I don't love this one though. Oh my word. How funny is this? That is so funny. It's contemporary, but a good laugh. Look at this sweet little dish. I think it's the turquoise border that I especially love. This is sweet. No marking. Why is this not marked? That's really nicely done. I know. I think I'm going to put that in the cart. Yeah, I really like that. All right, so we still have to look up the candle holders. I'm thinking these are going to be a no. This one's a single, so that's on the fence. Definitely yes to the curtain rings or drapery rings, and yes to the dish. Let's go down the dishes aisle, shall we? I don't really want to. I don't mind dishes so much. I just don't like shipping big lots of dishes. Okay, here's a bowl. I always talk about these, that I feel like when shabby chic had hit its heyday, these did well. That tied into that aesthetic. And if you don't know what shabby chic is, it is the Rachel Ashwell line. Rachel Ashwell is a home designer. I once got to go to her flagship store in Manhattan. Gorgeous. And she did a big line for Target. So my whole point was that type of aesthetic would have fit into her line. So they did well for a while, but now that trend has cooled. Okay, top shelf. This is a bean pot. Yeah, you could see it was originally sold for $4.99, which doesn't always mean it wouldn't sell for good money. Sometimes vintage things, you know, back in the day would have sold for less money, and now it's desirable. That's not one of them. This looks like certified international. Okay, I just spotted this gold tray on the bottom shelf. Now, in reality, I would love if this was like porcelain or it was a really fine metal. It's not, it's plastic. And there is the telltale sticker, China, food not safe, $2.99. But you know, the aesthetic is really good. I think people might want this. The only thing that I'm not crazy about is that the base of it, or the main part of it, you can see squares, the pattern of how they laid down the paper. But you know what, for $2.99, I am really on the fence about this. Should I take that? I don't know if people would want plastic. It looks like an antique tray, and like I said, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but see the squares of the way the paper was applied. This is paper under resin, most likely. I think that's going to kill it because people would want this to look like a true, you know, antique gold tray. So we're going to put that one back, but that was close. Okay, we're going to take a look on the glass aisle for the second one of these candlesticks. While I'm looking, I did do a Google image search. This seller is reporting that this is Historia double candlestick holder, and she is asking $47 for the two. So I'm going to look at solds. So Historia double candlestick holders, some of them bring $10. And some of them can bring 50 for 2. Oh, here's one for $80. It brought $80. In other words, it's sold for $80. That is interesting. That's not the one I have, but that is good to know. So again, I don't see the one that I have in the cart, but we're going to look for the second one because that is a good sign. And I don't think Festoria is marked in this situation. I don't know if it ever is. Okay, I'm not seeing candlestick holders. Candlestick holders. I don't know. Are they both the same thing? After all these years, I still go back and forth. All right, I don't see another one. I might pick up the single. I'll have to take a look again of what it goes for. Oh, this pedestal is pretty. This is pressed glass, $4.99. Kind of sweet. You know me with the glass. Not a big fan. Spotted this coal scuttle. Is that what this is called? I think this is genuinely old. This has all the proper signs of being old. What I am in a conundrum about is this decal that was applied. It could be that this was the original decal and it has worn off. It does look like it might have been painted aftermarket at some point. I don't know. Those are all guesses. I think it's for coal. That's my only for sure thing. All right. It is only $3.99. Am I putting this in the cart? Sure I am. Oh, I'm really on the fence about this decal. Why can't the decal be good? Don't know if somebody would want that. They'd have to paint over it, I would think. This side, the bottom decal, the big decal, is in better shape, and this one has, I think it's just disintegrated over time. I think the aesthetic is good though. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the cart. All right, we picked up a few things when you weren't looking. Where were you? Did you stop to get a drink? Let's take a look at what I grabbed off a new cart. 20 Mule Team Borax, $4.99. It is a genuinely old tin. I will comp this. I don't expect to be keeping this. I would think that number one, these were probably in very big supply, and number two, there is a chance it is a reproduction. So for $5, I know people collect tins, but unless it's a super rare, great tin, I don't think generally tins go for a lot. What did steal my heart? Look at this picture. This is just a reproduction. I know, and you guys don't want me putting my fingers on the print. Do not worry, my fingers have no oil left in them after all of these years of working. All right, there is the signature, but it's printed on, but look how sweet that is. Goodwill wants $1.99. That is more than fair. Oh, is that cute? Love that. Totally love that. That is a keeper. I'm not even comping it. All right, we have some Star Wars stuff going on, and Roger is not with me right now. He is, where is he? He's at his other job, delivering cabinetry. He might show up later. But for Star Wars at, how much is this? Do we see a price? There it is, $3.99. I might grab it. We also have these figures, and I don't know what these were to, but these I can Google image. So at $1.99, I will do that for the 3. Here is some just like board prints. So it's like a, let me see if I can do this. It's a wood board on the back. Let me do it better so I can show it to you. A wood board, look at that. $2.99. Does appear to be older. Yeah, I think that's genuinely old. No, it's not antique. It's not 100 years old. But this is really cute. Oh, it has printing on it. I could read the printing. Kaplan. What? 1994. So it's not that. Is that a 4? Not that old. Do I want those? 1994. 94 is vintage. That's crazy. I do like these, but $3 a piece. That would be $9 for the 3. I'd have to sell those for $25 on eBay. Huh. It's cute, but I don't think I'm keeping these. I think the buy-in price is too high. All right, so that's what the cart is looking like. 2 maybes and the rest yeses. And let's keep going. Spotted this on the shelf. I don't know if I missed this the first time around. This is a woven wicker shelf. Look at the beauty of this. $4.99. Oh, this is a find. I love this. That is a definite yes. Gorgeous. Look at the, somebody wove all of that. That is crazy. That is crazy. I've heard wicker like this is always hand done. I don't know about this. I'm thinking this has to be machine done. Okay, so there are the hooks there. Definitely a wall hanging. Very happy find. $4.99. I have no idea what this is going to go for, but if I had to guess, this has got to be at least $50. So I'm going to put this in my coal scuttle bucket. Is that what that's even called? Leave a comment down below if you know what this coal bucket is called. Scuttle? Shuttle bucket? Something like that. Feeling really good about this. I'm trying to run comps a little at a time so I don't get left with a big pile in my cart having to run comps. And this is Arthur Kaplan. How I know that is I read the fine print on the side. And here they are here, what they sold for. Most of them bring under $10, it seems. I don't see anything exactly like what I have found. I'm looking, Arthur Kaplan. Some of the bigger pieces, the artwork, you know, the prints, seems like they can bring good stuff. They have the dogs playing poker, a little Bambi type big-eyed fawn deer that only brought, well, best offer accepted, $12. So I feel pretty safe in putting these back. I'm going to leave these for somebody else. Okay, so I turned the aisle to come down this aisle, and look what is on the shelf. Adora Rich Dark Chocolate Calcium Supplement. They are just selling more and more food, and you know, I have to say, it's almost tempting. Do I want a little rich dark chocolate snack in Goodwill? I do. $5.25. No, I am not buying this. It is sealed, so I guess they can sell food. So if anybody wants foil wrapped chocolates that are calcium supplement, you know, it's good for you. We're here in Goodwill on Route 30. They're here, come get them. I have to say I was tempted for a hot second, for a little while. But what is this? What goes in the middle there? I guess a little cup? So you can put dip in it? I have never seen that. For a quick second, I almost thought it was a deviled egg tray, but that would be very skinny deviled eggs. That's not a deviled egg tray. Okay, we are on the, I'm just going to call it kitchen aisle. I don't know why I always have a need to name the aisles. I always want you guys to know what to expect. But is it ever that way in Goodwill? It's not. There's a cover to a canister that has a crack. I always like to tell you guys where we're at and what we're doing, but it's Goodwill, so a lot of times that doesn't work out correctly. All right, but we are on the knapsack, suitcase, briefcase, luggage aisle. Not really seeing anything. Cody? C-O-D-I. For a second, I thought it said Coogee. That was exciting for a minute. Do you guys know Coogee? I think my favorite Coogee find was a sweater that I found in this location. So this is Route 30, again, in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I found a Coogee sweater while just standing there talking to Roger, and I think I looked over his shoulder and I saw it, and I immediately was like a magnet to it, and I couldn't grab it quick enough, and that sweater sold for $600. That was my most favorite Coogee find, not the probably highest, but it was all in pastels. It was beautiful. So Coogee is a name that I do very well with sweaters. The jeans are just okay. Some of the more embellished, heavily embroidered jeans I do really well with. Well, this is a nice bucket. Moving on. All right, very lightweight. Oh, it's rusted. Somebody did plant stuff in it. Okay, so whenever I get ready to check out, I always go through the cart to make sure I have comped and understood the value of things. I never want to bring things home just because they're pretty or because I'm going to put a lot of work into listing them or bringing them to the booth. These candlestick holders are imperial glass, and it seems that they don't sell for much. I'm going to show you what I found on my phone. So here is one being sold for $6. I don't even know if this sold. Vintage Imperial Glass, Ohio. So those I'm going to put back on the shelf. Now I won't leave them here because this is not the glass shelf. This one I'm still gonna hold on to. This is Vistoria, and I only found the one. I really wish I had the second, but I figured maybe somebody would need a replacement, and I'm only paying $4. So I figured I should be able to flip this for about $12. I could be wrong. This dish, again, no marking. I don't even care. I love it. I'm buying it. $2.99. That's rare that I don't just, you know, here I'm saying check comps, but once in a while I just know what will sell. The cat picture, absolutely yes. Still going with the drapery rings, the coal bucket, and the shelf. That is all we have today. So it's definitely not 4 cartloads every time I come, but I did want to just show you how I do pare down sometimes, because when you get home with this stuff, you don't want to feel the angst of not wanting to list it. Like, this is so manageable. Now today I'll probably go on to 2 more thrift stores, and then I have my eye appointment, eye checkup, and what else? And the butcher. So I don't want to come home with a big mountain of stuff I don't want to list. All right, so again, we are in Lancaster, Goodwill, Route 30 in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Hit that like and subscribe button, and as always, go out and get what's yours. Good morning, everyone. Welcome into the channel. It's Karen Lavender Clothesline. As you can tell, we are down in my basement. We're getting ready to pull shipping this morning. It is Thursday morning, and we have had a really busy week as usual. Roger and I are just about to head out for vacation on Monday, and sales have been really good. So this morning being Thursday, I'm pulling about 18 sales, I think, since yesterday. So we're just going to get started. I'm going to show you what is selling. Many of these items you guys have watched me pick up in videos that I create when I go thrifting or yard sailing or wherever I happen to pick up items to sell on eBay. I'm a full-time eBay reseller. That means I go out and find items to flip for a profit. I've been doing this about 12 years full-time and still having a good time, but it is a ton of work, let me tell you. But I do enjoy it much better than a regular job. All right, let's get started. Not too much chit chat today, hopefully, and you can never tell with me. Let's get into the first item. The first item is the little vintage miniature Lovebirds original art, and I see it through the plastic film. This is where I keep all of my framed art, and here it is here. This thing is so sweet. This is an original. I believe this is oil. Yes, you can see the sheen to it. Oil on canvas. I had to turn it around. Look at the age of that frame. Beautiful. So I picked this up at Old Factory Antiques, where Roger and I have a booth. Now, we didn't pick this up in our booth. We are selling in our booth, but I often buy from the other vendors. Adorable, really, really sweet. 2 little lovebirds sitting on a reed or a little grass or something. And this sold for $83. All right, the next item, I think I'm just going to go through the hard goods so I can stay in one area instead of running around like a crazy person like I normally do. Next item is the iridescent gold decorative glass. This is all of my glass here. And this is like an oyster dish. Beautiful. All in like purples and golds. Just gorgeous. Sold for $15. I think I picked this up at Roots Flea Market. You do lose track when you buy on this level. I am buying hundreds and hundreds of items every month and selling hundreds and hundreds of items. So this stuff is constantly revolving, rotating. It's not the same stuff. So for those of you who might be mistaken and think I'm just hoarding, nope, all of this comes in and goes out and makes a very good profit. All right, the next thing up, 3 mud pie sheep farm tea towels, $18. And where did I get these? I think again at the flea market. No, I might have picked these up at the Pottstown Goodwill grand opening. For those of you who saw that, that was an excellent video. In fact, that video is #1, I think, right now. I filled 2 carts very quickly at a grand opening of a Goodwill that's probably about an hour and 15 minutes from us. So here they are. I'm the black sheep of the family and proud of it. Look how cute those are. I really like those. $18. All right, next up, we're going to skip the porcelain handled knobs because I have to hunt a little bit for those. A hand-carved wood dwarf gnome. So this is all of the wood over here. And I see him right here. He's got such a cute expression. a little bit shy, a little bit impish, adorable, hand carved, and he sold for $23. We're going to put him on the table. Next up is an antique figurine that I believe is made out of calf hair, and it sold for $19.99. We're going to go into this bin here. This is generally where I keep the smaller toys. I do have larger toys on this shelving unit here. So we're going to pull this out. This should be right on top because I just listed this the other day. Here he is here. So you can tell the age on this little pony, and he is all made out of fur. And I think his tail is horsehair. So very sweet. And where did I get him? I think I bought him. Yeah, I'm going to say Pottstown again. I lose track, guys. Totally lose track. I got to watch my own videos. All right, next up is the Polish pottery, and that sold for $44. Pottery is generally over here. This is really stoneware, I should call it. And I think because we're a little crowded here, I put it in this section with the finer dishes. Yep, I see it. We're going to scoot through the clothing racks. As you can tell, I did not even remove the plastic from the racks today because I have a really busy day today. And wherever I can cut corners, I do. Let's pull this bowl out. This bowl is made in Poland, handmade. And I don't know how to pronounce the writing on this. It has a couple of words. See this here, unicat, I guess we say, J, and then there's a word CHYEA. I'm not even sure, but I have picked these up before. These sell for very good money, and this one sold for $44. Just beautiful. Let's bring this one in the light. Let's take 2 seconds. Look at the print on that. Is that not gorgeous? So pretty. When I find things like this in the thrift store, I don't have to say, oh, who's making this? You can see the quality, and look at all of that painting. That is all hand done. Just amazing. All right. I told myself I wouldn't chit-chat too much. Let's go on to the next item. The next item is a Hallmark ornament. We might have a second one sold. I'm going to check on that quickly. All right. So it is. We have the 2003 Snowman's Land and the Hallmark Keepsake Welcome Friends. So we're going to grab both of those. Let's bring the phone with us and go down to where I keep the Hallmark ornaments, and we'll find those. Now, most times I am inventorying my Hallmark ornaments. In other words, I am marking them with an inventory letter or number. You guys know me. I don't do that a lot. I separate and organize my items by the type of item. Like this is going to have all the bed skirts and ruffles. This is going to have the quilts and pillows. I have quite a few quilt bins. But the Hallmark ornaments, because they're so similar, I do assign them an inventory number to make sure I am shipping out the correct ornament. Let's pull this bin down and find the 2 ornaments that sold. All right, we popped the lid on this bin. We are looking for inventory Y and inventory number 27. This is it right here, Snowman's Land. And you can see I have the little sticker there. And I see inventory Y. It's going to be this one. So see how you could get these mixed up, because most of my Hallmark ornaments are still in the original box, a lot of them new. I wouldn't want to grab the wrong thing. I want to make sure that I ship out the correct thing. Nothing worse than shipping out the wrong item. All right. If that ever happens, I would just, if the item has sold for a lot of money, I would send a return label. If it's sold for a few dollars and I've shipped the wrong item, I just let the buyer keep the incorrect item and I ship out the correct one. I eat the cost. That's just part of doing business on this level. When you get to a level where you're shipping out thousands of items every year, you really have to cut corners and know what makes sense to just eat a little bit of cost when you make a mistake, and what you can send a return label for. All right, so there's the 2 ornaments. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. This is my husband, Roger, for those of you new to the channel. Do you want me to plug in the light for you?
Yeah.
We have extra lighting here. Let me just sit on the stairs. Is that a little better?
That's better.
Okay.
Great. Thank you.
How many items are you pulling this morning?
Not too bad, 15.
Not too bad, 15. Oh my word.
Found one already.
Look at that. 14 to go. Let's keep going and see what is next on the list. All right, so the same buyer that bought the Hallmark ornament, their Welcome Friends, also bought two other items, a blue partridge print bird vase and a green pitcher vase. So most likely those are going to be here. I have green and blue up top. I'm going to look there, but I'm also going to scan quickly to see if it might be somewhere else. All right, I think it's going to be up top. Up. Olde. Oh no, I saw a green handle. I thought that might have been it. Let's hop up top and see if it is up here. Here's the green pitcher here. I'm going to bring this down so you can see this a little bit better. So this is the first item. This drip glaze is gorgeous. Look at the variation of the colors. So pretty. All right, so that's sold. That's going to go out with this order. And then we have a blue, it's like an Asian vase. Where would I have put this? I have no idea. It's probably going to be with blues up here. Yeah, I see it. All right, we are really selling quite a bit of pottery from the top shelf. Lots of spaces. So that's a great problem to have because that means it's good to buy all the pottery in the stores. Here is the little vase. I will put on the screen the screenshot of the sold because it's going to take too much time to go into it to see what the order has sold for, I think. I could probably look quickly. $37.88 for the three. All right, so I think that is all of the hard goods for this morning. We're going to do clothing. Oh, no, I forgot. 16 vintage porcelain, handles and knobs, blue floral. $36. I love picking up furniture hardware, whether it be hinges or knobs. If it's in good condition, I grab them because they're so expensive in the store. Here they are here. These are vintage. Look at that vintage floral pattern. So pretty. And when you go to replace your cabinet knobs, and for all the people doing DIY furniture makeovers, upcycling, when they change out the handles and knobs, a lot of people are looking for the vintage ones to match the style of what they're doing. And a lot of people get to the store and realize how expensive a handle or knob can be. If you have even gone to Home Depot, one dresser handle can be like $10. So if you need 8 of them, it's just crazy. Much better to buy on eBay. So that is the story there. I do sell quite a bit of hardware for furniture pieces. All right, what are we up to? I am scrolling through my phone. I think we are on to clothing now. It looks like, yep, the Nike sneakers, $71. So those are going to be most likely on the sneaker rack, hopefully. I do have a little bit of overage of sneakers that wound up on the boot side, but we are going to look for, here they are here. So let's bring these in the light. Now these are pre-owned. Most of the shoes I have are pre-owned. I do have a few new pairs, but this is what they look like. I do not ship them out in this plastic bag. I just use the plastic bags to keep the shoes clean. The clothing that's packed in plastic bags, I do ship it out because it's all folded down with tissue paper. But here are the sneakers here, $71, and they are going out the door. All right, we have a skirt, Banana Republic size 8. It is a khaki beige linen. So that's going to be in skirts. Look at this. I didn't even turn on lights. I am rushing this morning. Let's turn this light on. Okay, just probably turned on that light right in your eyes. All right, so size 8 is a medium, and this skirt is a solid, but it's not a dark. So we are looking for medium skirts, denim, and solid colors. Let's pull that up in there. Pop this one into the light. Okay, this is the skirt right here. Beautiful. It's like a khaki beige linen, like I said. And it is all packed in its bag with tissue paper. I have always packed my clothing with tissue paper. I think it's just a nicer presentation. That one sold for $13.61. All right, so we have the sneakers, the skirt, the art. Next is a White House Black Market woman's striped top. a Dress Barn Sparkle t-shirt, and 3 pairs of pants, all going to the same buyer. So I'm not going to bore you with showing you pulling those. You know what it looks like pulling clothing. I'm just going to gather them, and I will tell you what the 5 items sold for. All right, so I found the 5 items for this order. It's a multiple order. When I receive a multiple order, I wait to have everything packed up and print the label, see what the label costs me, and then I go in and refund my buyer if there's any overage. To send invoices is just too much at this level, so most of my buyers know that I'm always happy to refund the overage if they paid overage at the time of shipping out. So we have a pair of soft surroundings leggings. That's the first item. 2 pairs of Spanx leggings going out. And in that same order, the White House Black Market top. And it's a striped knit top. And the last thing is the Dress Barn Jeweled Sparkle t-shirt. All right, so those are those 4 items. That all came to something. I'm not $144.18 plus shipping. And like I said, I'm always happy to refund the shipping when I ship out. All right, I think that might be it of what we're going to pull. I'm going to quickly go through my phone. Let's pull 2 more. It's a multiple purchase again. North Face woman's hoodie in gray and a Who What Wear Target ruffle top, $42.98 for the 2 items. We're going to pull the top first. It's a medium print. Go over to tops. Here are the medium prints. This is a very heavy bin. I can see it. So what I do a lot of times, if I have a bin on the floor, I just slide it and do that to save on my arms. All right, let's find the Who What Wear shirt. It is a red print. Lots of blouses here. Pretty easy to spot once I start digging. Who What Wear, size medium. So that's the first item. And the second item was a gray North Face hoodie. That might actually still be on the rack. Don't know how long. It's a size large woman's hoodie. We're going to look on this rack. So I always keep plastic over my clothing. Even though I really take great care of this basement, I'm always cleaning down here, I do like to keep everything covered. It just keeps everything in good condition. When you bring home items like this, clothing items, and you are washing them and steaming them and all the things, photographing, you want your items to stay nice until they sell. So you don't want to leave them in a big pile somewhere or, have them get dusty by the time they sell. All right, so hoodies are most likely going to be in sweaters, and this was a size large. So we're going to look for larges, blacks, darks, and neutrals. Probably going to be in this bin here. Let's pull this bin into the light. And I think this might be it. Yep, here it is here. Again, all clean and nice and packed and ready to go. And what did I say the 2 items sold for? Can't even remember. Was it 42 something? I'll always include screenshots so you guys can take your time and look at what is selling for what price. I really feel like that's probably the most helpful thing for other resellers is to not only see what I'm buying in the videos, but what I'm actually getting listed and selling. That is the whole name of the game. I mean, we all love to buy, but the real purpose of doing all this is to earn a living doing it. All right. So the top sold for $14.99 and the North Face hoodie $27.99. All right, I think we're going to stop there. I'm going to get this out this morning. I'm also going to the booth with Roger today. We have to pay our rent, collect our check, and restock. I'll probably film a little bit of that. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Love you guys. Hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, go out and get what's yours. Hey, where are you going? You starting shopping without me? Don't even think about it. Caught ya.
Looking at the neighbors.
Looking at the neighbors? Keeping up with the Joneses? All right, we are at the booth. We just finished restocking. We had blank spaces. We'll go over the video to see what we sold. What did we sell? Do you know?
I know, an ice cream maker.
Oh, yeah, the wood one, right, that we found at Shillington? I don't even know what we had that marked for. There were a couple of spots on the walls, but we just brought in such a large amount of new inventory that Just gonna film it and you guys can see what the booth looks like if you're ever interested in getting a booth. Now, to be truthful, we are on the 3rd floor and it is quite hot up here. They do have a big fan. Hopefully somebody will put another fan in because today is what, like 85 degrees, and we're only in May, and it's warm, to be truthful. So we didn't give that a lot of consideration. This is our first time having a booth, so you go along and you learn. I don't know, maybe next time we'll look for an air-conditioned place, but the rent for this booth is only $140, which is a great deal. We pack it out. So this is what it's looking like. Now, some things are selling fairly quickly, and other things I've probably had since we started the booth. Artwork is doing okay. I'm gonna say it's good. Mirrors sell well, but mirrors always sell well. I don't know if people just like to have a lot of mirrors in their house to bounce light off of. I notice that when I put a mirror in a room, it just brightens the room. It's not always about, you know, your own reflection. There's that. All right, so this is what it's looking like. A little surprised the hamper hasn't sold. I might eventually pull that and actually list it on eBay because I think that would do well. But this is what the booth is looking like. Today took about an hour for moving things around. There's the rooster. Do we love a good rooster? Yes, we do. I kind of wish we had electricity, because if we could plug these lamps in, I think it would make such a difference. But in their defense, they have 3 floors of vendors. And if everybody used electricity, we would all have to pay. Truthfully, I would probably be willing to pay, you know, a nominal, whatever, $20 a month or whatever to help out with electricity. All right, lots of baskets. We have our planters. I've had these for a while. I'm asking $200 for the 2. That's going to be a special buyer with like a Victorian house. Franciscan Desert Rose dishes came in. I had those on eBay. I pulled them from eBay and put them in the booth. I think we're looking pretty good. I'm very happy with it. And we will see what sells. I will try to look back at the video if I have time and let you guys know what has sold. But if you're wanting to come shop with us, we are down the rabbit hole on the 3rd floor, come on a cool day, in Olde Factory Antiques. Olde is spelled with an E, and I will leave the address in the show's notes, which you can always find all of the notes, our stores, our websites, in the drop-down menu right under the title of the video. All right, hit that like and subscribe button, and as always, go out and get what's yours.